Hello, welcome. How are we doing? I'm going to be having a look at... I'm still on my 9070 XT. I haven't switched it out since I last streamed. I'm going to have a look at this Space Marine 2. Warhammer 40k. Now, it has got official FSR 4 support as well, so we can have a look at that, which is good. Still got a couple of other games on the actual official list before I have a look at some Optiscaler stuff. And I've not actually completed this game, so I thought might as well... I'm some of the way through it. So we'll have a look. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream as well. Try and get as many as we can. It has been a it's been a couple of days since I streamed. I've just absolute chaos at work. Been absolutely swamped. But hopefully we'll get back to it. Let me know what the audio's like as well, if it's too loud or quiet. I'll leave it as it is for now, just because I know for some reason this game's super loud. So like when we actually get into it, we'll see what it's like. So I've got the same audio settings I always have, but this game is normally kind of loud, so especially with all the shooting. I'll do 4K at first. You can see I'm on my 9070 XT. We're at 4K 3040 by 2160. We do have render resolution, so you do the FSR 4 here. I do have FSR 4 overridden from the Adrenaline software, so once we switch FSR and it'll be 4, but I'll do it in native for now. And I think motion blur off, graphics, I think we've got everything maxed out, set to ultra. I do. Does anyone know actually? Maybe let me know in chat. I tried to. I think I installed the 4K texture pack. Is there any way to like actually know if it's on? Because I downloaded it in Steam and it took me to the game, but then just nothing happened. Like, it just looked like nothing happened. So I don't know if... I know sometimes in texture packs it will be like a tick box somewhere telling you if you've got it on or not. Unless I just don't see it. Marshmallow, hello, game goes on, yo. Last of Us, nice. Yeah, I might try and play... I've got the 5060 Ti actually. Hope that might come tomorrow. I might play a bit more Last of Us on that. Yeah, I don't see a 4K texture pack thing here. So we'll have to, I'm going to assume it's on. I'm not quite sure what kind of performance hit that might have. But we'll find out. Noah, hello. It's quite noticeable in the game. Okay. Maybe you can let me know, because I don't even know if I'll be able to notice. It's been so long, because when I first played this game, it would have been without that, so, but it's been so long since I've played. I might already be quite close to the end of the game. It's just automatically on. I think it'll be on then. Gaming 85, yo. Mehmet, hello. 5060 Ti is like... Yeah, no, I got, I managed to get one actually for $399, so it wasn't, and obviously it's still quite expensive for a sort of lower, the 16 gigs of VRAM as well, because there were some of them going for like closer to 500, so the $399 Zotac I got wasn't too bad considering the others, the other pricing. We'll see what it's like. I forget like all the controls and everything on this. How do I ADS and stuff? Oh yeah. So in here for some reason there, when it looks like it's better now. It was really stuttering a second ago, wasn't it? Reloading. Feels alright now. Okay. I think let's just crack on. At the moment in this area, we're getting about 60 to 70 FPS. Obviously, we want to see what it's like in the main game. How do I... Where even am I? Can I not jump this? Alright, I'm going to have to... What are the controls? Dodge is space. What's jump? Can I jump over stuff? I'd have felt like interact E. There's no jump. How do I get over stuff? Should I not be on this lift? Oh, it wants me... Does it want me to... Ah, here we go, here we go. Whoa, the stuttering there. Look at that, 0.1% low 6. Yeah, it's through here. Not too bad though, considering we are at 4K yet again. We can do at least a 4K 60 here. Although that low is not particularly good. It does seem to stutter in some areas.
Seal the gates behind us.
See what it's like in a bit of the combat. I do think maybe it's going to drop a little bit under 60. But look at this VRAM again, 14.3. That's very high again. So here we go, down to about 55. We're at about 52 here. Got GPU power maxed out. Not too bad though. Not really getting any dips under 50. But it does definitely drop in the combat a little bit, doesn't it? How do I melee? Oh god, I don't know. What are the controls? Melee, I mean. Hello. How do I just like use my Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, the controls feel just a little different on this game to like what you'd normally expect. Just a bit of a noob. How do I dodge as well? Can I dodge? Okay, dodge is space. Here we go. Rip its head off. Something's absolutely wrecking me.
Changing magazine.
Don't know if I've already said this, but is this forced with ADR or through the game? What's ADR? Is the game a bit too loud? It's super loud for me. Is the game a bit too loud? It's like insanely loud for me. Turn it down just a tad. What's that? Oh, FSR 4. You have to override it from the app. At least that's what I've done.
The spores collapse the bridge. There's no
We need ammo.
I may have an
Gav, hello.
route. Proceed. Transmitting to all specs now. We'll need to clear this debris.
Oh, so it does have like really aggressive stutters occasionally. You're seeing it there. Quite good graphics though. Trouble jump low, where have I been? Oh, I've just been really overloaded at work really. And I just wasn't in the mood. I worked like really late last night as well, so I just didn't a combination of not having time and also just like insane deadlines, work deadlines. Amir, hello. We're out of ammo though on this. I don't know how to Is there ammo here? Yes.
Restocking.
Eyes at the ready!
So yeah, not too bad performance at 4K. You know, we're average is exactly 60. So it's like fairly impressive still that we can actually even do 4K 60 on this. Lows definitely probably worse than what we've seen recently. Does seem fairly frequent, quite large stutters.
I think
But
we found our exit.
it's not too, you know, it's not too bad. You could play this like
Our
this.
brothers are getting hammered down there.
Delta Wing, we have given the infernal Xenos a fitting burial.
It is not dead.
I am hopefully get the, I've ordered a 5060 Ti, yeah. Hopefully it'll come tomorrow, because if it doesn't come tomorrow, it's a 4-day weekend, isn't it? Although it might maybe come, I don't know, maybe it comes Saturday. I think it should come tomorrow, though.
Still in full effect.
Hopefully.
That beast is not yet dead.
Because it's a bank holiday on Friday, isn't it?
This void spawn
So I don't think
behemoth
it'll
has seen
come
its last day.
that day. But we'll switch on some FSR4 in a sec, because I don't think it's not really too bad. I think for a lot of it you'll get 60 to 70, and then in the really hectic combat areas it can dip down to sort of the lowest we saw was sort of 51, 52 really, wasn't it? Not too much lower than that, which is pretty good. I thought maybe we'd dip into the 40s a bit, but... Oh, I was going to try and execute him. Ashan, hello. Asan. Is this native? It is, yeah. Look how easy I can cross chairs. They explode.
Lay waste to them, brothers.
No, I haven't looked at Warzone yet. No, I need to look at that. Verdansk. Maybe do that at the weekend. I need to actually install it because it's a big download, isn't it?
Xenos toxins! Hand grenade deployed! So and from. We must break its shield!
Get him.
Another one dead.
Oh, okay, look at this. Dip down into the 40s. So I do think in some of the combat, depending on how heavy the combat bit is, you might see it go into the 40s a little bit. That's the first time we've seen it, though. This definitely gets me hyped to want to play Gears of War. What are these things?
Munitions secured.
So let's check, let's get some FSR on. So, like I say, I have got it overridden from the Adrenaline app. Or Adrenaline, what's it called? Adrenaline, it's not really called an app, is it? I'm thinking of the NVIDIA app. It's just called, what is it called? Adrenaline software. I'll put it to quality though, FSR quality here. So this is FSR 4. Which is hopefully, should be a little bit better, shouldn't it? There we go, 80 to, well, 90 to 100 there, 95. Do you still have a really big stutter there though? I'm going to reset the lows.
Restocking.
That straight away looks like it's brought my VRAM down by 12 gig now. Oh no, it's crept up loads actually, look. It's at 13 again. Quite high RAM, system RAM as well, 20, almost 21 gig. It's over 120 gig. Yeah, no, I'll definitely do because I do want to play Verdansk. I haven't actually even played it yet.
Yes, but it would add considerable
Maybe on
time.
Saturday, because
Then
if
we
I get the
must find
5060
the
Ti
power and the
tomorrow, I
storage.
might try and just check that out quick, and then I don't know if I'll be able to stream on Friday. But it might be a good... I can chill like a bit more.
Take out those mines.
Have a look at it on Saturday.
Record.
Oh damn, these are... Oh god.
Crates found in Sector 55 of the Upper Hive.
So yeah,
contain
still...
12 volumes
I think even in the
of
big
previously
combat
heretical works,
scenes on with
also
FSR 4 quality on here, it might even
14
dip down to about
Cantrell
70, I think, by the looks of it.
8 las pistols, various designs. The serial numbers are filed off. Heretical symbols are applied to the surface of the weapons.
Gears
I'm
E-Day.
enclosing pics
Yeah, is that...
supporting the evidence.
I've got it on my
Evidence can be
Steam
destroyed
wish
in
list. Is that
accordance
this
with
year?
invasion protocols. Traces of the cult indicate
I haven't
that it
played
has
Gears
long
of War
since
since-
taken root in the hive.
I used to
The
play
mere
1
thought
and
that
2
he's reached
loads,
the highest
and I
levels
honestly
turns my
don't know...
stomach. These officials,
I didn't really play
bureaucrats, and
3. I played
politicians are so
1.
mired in their intrigues that they warmed and nurtured the roots of heresy
I
within
played
their
one of
walls.
them. I
Well,
don't think it was
the
numbered.
fire of
It wasn't called like a
retribution is already
number.
consuming them. The punishment of the Emperor is
It was maybe
inevitable.
after 4.
End of record.
I want to go out and get smashed on bank holiday. No, I think I'm just... I'm seeing family, I think, on Friday, and I don't know if I'll be back until late. So I'll be able to stream if I get back at like a reasonable time, but it might be too late. Depends on the weather, though. I don't think the weather's supposed to be that great, is it, this weekend? Something big's going on out here. Restore the power to the door. Where do I do that then? Gears Judgment. Maybe? That sounds like it might be right. It was a while ago. I remember it had like a horde mode, but then Gears of War 2 had that, didn't it? If I remember. Gears of War 2 was like the prime for me. Gears 1 was good, but Gears 2 was like, all my mates played it. And we used to absolutely just tear it up on multiplayer.
We have power.
And it's quite a hard
Open
game,
the door.
isn't it? Like, the multiplayer used to be quite hard. You had to be, like, actually quite good at it. Although you just get absolutely wrecked.
Grabbing equipment.
You're seeing stuttering? Yeah, same. Well, I mean, in-game it's not doing it too bad. Do you mean maybe on the stream? It could be maybe on YouTube side. It is occasionally stuttering for me in the game, but you'll see it. It'll be like really, really aggressive when it does it. At the moment, it's not. Because you can see my 0.1% low is 65, frame time's fairly flat, but you'll get the odd occasion where it'll really stutter.
Traitor Astartes. Cut them down.
Right, try and finish him. Grenade. I just like doing those executions. Oh, damn it.
Reload.
Gives to his peak. Yeah, and when you hear that chainsaw rev, someone running at you with a revved chainsaw.
Heretics mean to stop us.
Those were
To
the
all appearances, yes.
horrendous moments.
Elaborate.
You run around a corner and you can just hear
Legion's
someone with a
legacy of
revved
deception goes
chainsaw.
back 10,000 years.
You just know you're in big trouble.
They are masters of it.
They are clearly here.
Or
to
you
stop the
shotgun
war.
someone 3
I am
times
not
at point
convinced.
blank, and then they
There
don't
is more
die,
to
and
this,
then
I am
they
sure.
shotgun you once and you
Their
explode.
motives matter not. I will kill them just the same.
Long shot. And do you remember what what was it? Hammer of Dawn? Was that it? Hammer of Dawn? Or
Kill them all.
the crossbow? Remember that crossbow? And you get stuck with it. if you got hit with that crossbow, you just, you know, you had that split timing where you're dead, you know? You can like dodge and you just know you're dead. It's too late.
Changing magazines.
But yeah, FSR 4 here is pretty good. Quality-wise, FPS doesn't dip down too much. Like I was saying, I think you will see 70 to 80 a little bit more in the combat. And then a bit more like 90 to 100 in less demanding areas.
Need to reload.
1440p. Yeah, we can check that in a sec.
Resupplying.
Yeah, I don't think it's a particularly long game. I'm probably like a fair of the way through it because I know I've definitely streamed this once or twice before. So probably not that far from the end.
Munitions secured. Reloading weapon.
You do have to do it through adrenaline, yeah.
Heresy and corruption. The Tyrannics seek to consume that
Quality though, quality-wise though, I think it's very good.
all the better.
It's as good as any of the other FSR 4 implementations that I've seen so far. No issues at all, at least not on quality. If we maybe drop it down a little bit. Didn't we have as well, I remember this game, it was so long ago, I think I played this game actually on at my 4900K maybe. When did this game come out? It was a while ago. And it was like insane on the CPU, wasn't it, if I remember? Where it doesn't look as bad here. Unless maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I mean, even with DLSS performance, it's now using, you know, 46% of the CPU, so it's definitely more with this, but before we went to performance here, it was about 20 or 30%, wasn't it? Which, to be fair, maybe 4K, that is kind of high. That's on the higher end compared to other games, but it's not insane. Look at this at performance here, though. I'm dipping down in here to 60 FPS. That's even less than what I had. Maybe it's just these light bits. Look. That really hits it. Yeah, FPS seems a bit all over the place in this area, doesn't it? Finish him.
End of the hall.
Try native. Yeah, I can have a look at native in here. It's interesting, the FPS though, like, look, it's all over the place. It's this specific spot here. It dips down to about 60, look, right here. Well, it's only if I'm moving. So native here. I do wonder if though, because I'm sure we saw with upscaling before, it seemed to almost like bottleneck in some bits. Oh no, wow, okay, yeah, so just this bit. We didn't see in the 40s too much. We saw it once, didn't we, in that combat, but it looks like we'll see it again in here. Just for some reason, it's just that bit. It just doesn't, it's the light, I think. Because, you know, outdoors we're hitting 60 to 70. Just for some reason, here, you know, here it dips to sort of 60, and then just this bit here, it really drops to about in the sort of, we're at 50 here. Earlier we saw in the 40s, didn't we? He's like, yeah, mostly hold that throughout this bit, 50s. Does look good though, the light. Mash the thumbs down. No! Is it because you're homeless? Homeless, eh? You're homeless, but you're watching. That means you have some sort of electronic device. Are you just jacking someone's Wi-Fi? How did you get that
Turn
name?
around and regroup with the main force.
Tigers to Resilient. Requesting Gamma Pad and Hammerfall bunker on my location immediately.
You mean to jump?
Request confirmed. Stand by.
There's our entry.
That's quite a shot.
Damocles to Talassa. Report.
If Talassa fails to take out the Hive Tyrant, then our little excursion was all for naught.
No one's voting Arsenal get bad everywhere they go. Come on. Come on now, we gotta get our... Arsenal can't win. We can't allow that. Surely not. Unfortunately, I think they might.
We should have remained with the main force.
Anyone watched the Villa game last night though? Oh, I thought they were going to do it.
Sergeant, our brothers are dying.
Reminds me a bit of the
If we fail to send this message, we face
Champions League where it was Tottenham Liverpool in the final, and Liverpool, they came back against Barca. Was it 3? They were 3-0 down against Barca, and then they ended up beating them at home, didn't they? I think they were 3-0 down, and then they went to Anfield and they won. And then Tottenham were losing.
You say there will be a massacre.
What were they? I forget the scores, to be honest. Was it? It was 3-0, wasn't it? They were down against Ajax, and they brought that back. That was an insane.
Our lieutenant said it himself.
That was that Champions League year was insane because Tottenham like beat they beat City as well, didn't they?
You got something to say, Sergeant.
It was a shame the final was so bad though. The final was awful. It was so good up to the final, and then the final was just horrendous to watch.
Damn it.
Look at this. Absolutely, just the skills. Oh, I got to run here. I thought it almost looked like it's going to transform into like a game. It is stuttering a lot here, isn't it? I mean, this is the most it stuttered in one sort of sequence. It did stutter a little bit in some areas when I was moving around, but not like this. High-res textures, yeah, I believe so. I've installed them, so I think as long as you install them, they get enabled. Yeah, it could well be because of the texture pack. I haven't obviously seen it with I haven't seen it on this GPU without it, so I might have to have a look at that as well, just to get a rough idea between the two. Pretty good though, considering it's on, and we're pretty much at native. We do get pretty much 60. I do just want to switch FSR 4 back to performance for a little bit, because we didn't quite see that to the full extent, and then I can we can check out 1440p as well. Yeah, so that's quite a big jump to performance there, over 100 FPS here now. Probably going to dip down a little bit. Pretty good though, I think. Pretty good. You can do 60 FPS at least, even just 4K native. And then you can dip it down to even FSR 4 performance that we've got on here. Getting over 100 FPS, and quality-wise still looks basically the same. I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference here between this and like quality, really. Looks very good. lows as well. As long as it don't get that stutter, we got that 0.1% low, 92. See how it goes. It'll probably almost definitely stutter, almost when it's like loading something in. Pre-rendered so it's not stuttering. Cinematic cuts, yeah, it does it when it cuts, doesn't it? That's the where it seems like it was doing it. I need to use the special here as well. Is that my jetpack?
Engaging thrusters.
I forget how to. How do I slam it down? Oh, that's a mistake. How do I go up? How do I do it? There we go. I remember. These guys are about to get absolutely yeeted.
Space Marines! For the Emperor!
No! Wait, what?
You're not making it time.
I thought that would work. Still does. I think probably you have to expect it to dip about 20 or so FPS in the combat, depending on how chaotic the combat bit is. That's more like it. Look at that. If there's loads of enemies, it does seem to drop sort of 20, maybe 25 or something at most.
Signal's being jammed, as the captain suspected.
Can you hit these?
That's a report.
The vile Xenos slicks.
Thalassa, you cut out. Repeat.
This just reminds me of Gears, though.
Thalassa!
This map almost very similar like aesthetic, especially these, for some reason, stuff flying around like this just really reminds me of Gears. Still got to finish this game. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I've not finished it either. I thought I'd kill two birds, look at FSR 4, play through the game a little bit more.
Repositioning.
Hang on, I've got to keep going up.
Stocking.
So yeah, you're seeing it there in the frame time. A little bit of a spike in the frame time there. Not drop the lows too badly though.
Redeploying.
Can I hit it from here? Oh dear, that's gone bad. What was... That's a long way down. You can tell the difference. Yeah, you can tell the difference between the two, but it's just not. It's not like as big of a difference as it used to be. You can get away with this. If you were happy with FSR 3 to use like quality, you'd be happy with 4 to use like, you know, balanced or performance realistically, if you get what I mean. You can obviously, there is still a slight difference because obviously you're rendering at low resolution, but there's like an overall, it's definitely nowhere near as bad as it used to be, and you can, I don't think it looks terrible quality either. It doesn't become, previously performance would be to the point where you maybe wouldn't want to do it because it would really massively degrade image. I feel like it doesn't massively degrade it anymore. So although there is a difference, I think it's like much more usable.
Jump back engaged.
Definitely depends on the game a lot though. Some games definitely don't do it so great, and it definitely like looks worse. It's difficult to have it as like a fixed rule because some just do definitely look way worse. Because Ultra Performance here looks better than what it does in some other games. Like you can definitely tell it's just on kind of stuff like this here, especially when you're moving. It looks a little bit blurrier. But there are some games that would look absolutely terrible with this on, and this still looks like fairly okay. I wouldn't probably recommend it here because we're realistically not really gaining that much FPS, so it's probably not really worth it. I'd probably really only go to like quality or balanced or something. But it's all just personal preference, I guess. King G, hello. Lost quite a lot of health back there, didn't I? Dark Ghost, yo! Will this game run on your 5500 XT? At what, 1080p?
Repositioning.
Do make sure to drop a like on the stream as well if you haven't already. I mean, this game overall, it runs quite well. We can run this at 4K 60, 70 FPS at native 4K, so that's quite pretty good performance. So I would imagine you'd be able to run this game probably on like quite a lot of GPUs. I don't think you'd have too much of an issue. You'd obviously have to probably modify settings depending on how much FPS you want, but
we must proceed on foot.
I wouldn't say it's a particularly insane game to run. At least it doesn't feel like it.
The enemy have breached our lines. Talassa has failed.
Lieutenant, what are your orders? We fight.
At last. Ultramar!
Defend the relay.
Come on, Talassa.
Tell you what, I also need to test again. I need to have a look at Assassin's Creed Shadows with Optiscaler.
Got you.
That is on my list. How do I get health?
Resupplying.
I don't know how I get health. Medicine. How do I use that? 2.
The Emperor
F. I'm glad I figured that out. Max settings, yeah. Let's I want to just quickly go back to native and maybe drop the graphic settings a little bit and see what kind of difference we're looking at from sort of maxing it out to maybe put it on medium. So I'll set everything to medium instead of ultra. Just give us a rough idea of the kind of difference we can expect between the graphic settings. I've accidentally just undone that. Apply. Everything's set to medium.
Not let them up.
So at about 60 to 70, maybe in a combat like this, with it graphics maxed, it'll probably be in the 50s as well. So probably looking at like a gain of maybe like 20 FPS or something.
I am death.
Going from ultra to medium.
And you will taste my wrath.
And it doesn't look horrendous either at medium. There's so much chaos in this game. Sometimes it's a little hard to even pay attention to what the graphics are like. I think the graphics are good, but
Aim for the legs of those runners.
Deploying crack.
oh no, I thought I had the jetpack. I didn't mean to do that.
Reloading weapon.
By the numbers.
Just finished Shadows. Wow. How many hours is that?
Tear them apart with your bare hands, brother.
So I've just used my special,
Tyranids never travel alone.
which is probably not a good idea.
For artillery.
Probably should have used the special for this, really, shouldn't I?
Loading up.
I need the frag grenades.
Frag grenade out.
We're also going to run out of ammo.
Munitions secured.
Bring it near that. Bring it near these. I'll shoot them. Yes.
Restocking.
What was this thing?
Melter bomb active. Reload.
Better.
How do I detonate? Oh, damn it. I thought it was press, not hold. Damn it. I pressed it and he got away. I'll finish him off with a melee. Okay, that's not gonna work. Finish him. Smack him. I've a benchmarked Kingdom Come to the Rich Sea. I have played it. I think it was on the 5090 though. Because I don't think this GPU had come out yet, had it, when that game released? That's got FSR 4 though, right? I probably will circle back to that game. I wasn't really that much of a fan, but I'll play it for the test. I couldn't really get into that game from what I played, but what the hell's going on there? There's another one. There's another two.
What is this?
Talasa.
They killed the Hive Tyrant.
They are falling. All of them.
Oh, okay, there we go. Sweet.
The Hive
Whoa,
Tyrant
God, that
was
was
controlling
stressful.
these underlings via synaptic link. The turmoil you now see among the enemy can mean only one
Only got
thing.
the 9800X
The
ready.
Hive
Nice.
Tyrant is dead.
Viridian here. If you can hear this, Damocles, we got the bastards.
Excellent work, brother. Any contact?
Let's have a look at 1440p now. We might as well drop to that whilst we have a chance in the game. So I'll switch all the graphics back to maxed. Everything's set to ultra and high. How's this going to work in this? Is it going to break? Is it going to break anything? I think it will. Just do windowed for now. I'll just do... Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Yeah, let's just leave it like that. We're at 1440p here. Do we leave it or... It might be better to... Might be better if I just change it on my desktop. Hang on, bear me a sec. If I just change it on my desktop there, and then if I switch this back, that should work. It's just my stream's capturing in 4K, so it's there we go. That should work. You are seeing my OBS though. How do I I can't see my mouse. There we go. Switch down the overlay size a bit. Okay, cool. So I'm at 1440p, 2560 by 1440. Let's change it on the screen. If we just do native at first, I mean, we should get some fairly decent frames anyway.
Talassa to Damocles.
Pretty much doubles the FPS compared to 4K. Like 120, 125,
Lieutenant Titus
almost even 130 in some bits. Probably in the combat looking at maybe 120, 130 because we know it obviously dips a little bit. Still very high VRAM though. Look, I'm still at 14 gigs even at 1440p. still quite heavy.
Wits on a leash, lads. Emperor's finest.
Maybe the odd occasional stutter as well. You see my pop 1% low here of 21. Does seem to still stutter a little bit. But pretty impressive to double the FPS. So you could realistically, you know, you could do 4K 60, but or 1440p. You know, I'm on 144 hertz, so you're kind of you're not quite hitting that, but you do 1440p 120.
I need no comment.
105 hours for that game. Wow. Yeah, God.
Is that right?
I don't know if I've ever played any Assassin's Creed for that long. Is that? I'm assuming that's not like that's taking your time and stuff, right? Doing all like the side stuff.
I will pass your request to the captain.
You've still got most of the secondary targets to kill. Wow, God, I don't know if I'll ever complete that. If it's that long. I still haven't completed I was going to do a playthrough of the whole of Last of Us Part 2, which I will probably finish it. But I haven't finished it as of yet. I have obviously played it before, but I was going to do a whole complete run through.
Where are the Medicaid kits?
You get your 4090? Nice, which one?
Do I look like the commissar? Shadows crying.
Is this the
Did spend a lot of time sightseeing. Yeah, where does the game rank overall in your like Assassin's Creed franchise
Let us hope we are not too late.
ranking? Also reminds me, actually, I was going to play Doom a little bit as well before the new one comes out. Could be cool to check out on this. No, this isn't with Frame Generation. No, this is at this is just 1440p native. Haven't actually checked out Frame Generation on this yet. We didn't see that at 4K, but we can have a look at it in a sec.
You shouldn't be here.
I have a message from Marnius Calgar.
I cannot help you.
It's urgent.
In addition to the shadow cast in the warp by the Tyranids,
MSI
the forces
4090,
are now
nice.
poised to attack anyone who opens their minds to the warp.
I bet that's a big boy.
You would flee from your duty.
I would have you know.
Give me your message.
Brotherhood, Black Flag, Unity. Best one for you, Origins.
I have it.
Yeah, I think for me, Origins is probably...
Let us begin.
I'm a bit
My
like...
lady, I must protest. The danger is too great.
I'm a bit,
Silence.
what's the word?
There
I'm not
are
that
no
consistent with
guarantees.
Assassin's Creed games. Like, some I've completed and, like, played all the way through, and others, like, I've not played, or I've, like, played just a bit of them. So I've completed Assassin's Creed 2, but that was like age. I've not played it for like a long time. And then I didn't really play 3 at all. I think I played like it a really small amount. I did play it, but like not that much. Black Flag the same. I've played it, but not fully, not completed it. Which, if they are doing a remake of that game, I'd love to play that again. Like, and actually fully play it. Yeah, I really liked, yeah, Unity, Origins, and I also quite liked Syndicate. It's definitely not my favourite one, but I played that all the way through, and I thought that was alright. It was kind of interesting. Maybe more of just the location of it being in London, I thought was quite cool. And then Odyssey, I've played, but just not really that much. I did like Shadows though, from what I saw. Do want to try and definitely play that a little bit more.
What is this?
Probably a bit too early to know where it'd rank.
I
think Origins is probably still my favourite, even after playing Shadows, like what I've seen in Shadows. I really liked Valhalla as well. I liked the premise of the game. I think the execution of the game was poor because I got really bored.
I am no heretic.
I like the idea and the theme, but I thought the game just didn't match up.
Kill the heretic! Kill him!
Enough!
Kill him!
Syndicate was awesome on the Amiga. Oh, was that a different... Oh no, I meant Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Was that a completely different game, Syndicate? Syndicate 2, I think I've heard of it. That was 30 years ago. Yeah, that was probably maybe a bit before my time. Although I am... Well, I'm not old, but... The earliest console I really played was... a, Sega Mega Drive. Played Street Fighter on a Sega Mega Drive, but I didn't have it. It wasn't mine. It was my cousin's. I see this though, Syndicate. 1993 was it? Shoo! I mean, I was alive. I was just like a little bubby. I was a little blob. Gaming hadn't hit me yet. I didn't know the difference between, you know, my thumbs and my thick fingers. Why have I only got a pistol in this? I feel like that's a bit unfair.
You have tasted it, Titus. Held its essence in your hands.
What am I looking at here?
Descending the divine hand. The Emperor lied. He lied to us all.
Whoa!
He forbade us from tasting.
Where'd you lot come from?
Look into the void for just a moment. The infinite wonder within.
Can I do anything with that shield? Yeah, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it was in London, yeah. I got my FPS dip down here though, 40p, we're getting under 100. It doesn't seem to deal very well with... When we hit the scenes with quite aggressive lighting, like these bits, the sort of blue that we had in the other room as well, it really drops the FPS a lot. Another quite big start there as well. I feel like I should maybe use my beast mode. That's not good. Is there any ammo anywhere? Oh, there's ammo right there.
Restocking. Recovering. Reloading. Reload.
Can't actually do any damage. Whoa. Phase 2? Oh my god. Dude, this thing don't stop. Effects from the abilities. Oh god, we're getting absolutely done here. Is there health anywhere? This is like playing Black Myth Wukong. Dude, give it a rest. There's no health anywhere. Or maybe there is. Is that health? There's no health. There's no health anywhere. What am I supposed to do? Parry? What even is that? I don't know what the controls are. Oh, it's C. I didn't even know you could do that. What even is the action? What is the action? I can't hold it. Is that working? Doesn't appear to be. Okay, that worked. I can't tell if it's working or not. That was working, wasn't it? Hey, we got this gun now. Oh my god. Yes, boys. Get him, get him. Oh, he's in big trouble now. That is an absolute obscene amount of parry. Oh god, no. No, we did it that time. No. Got timing right. Yeah, I think we got a couple in. I'm gonna just get out this. Once we get out this scene, we'll check out some FSR as well. A little bit of a range, isn't there, depending on where you are. Anywhere from sort of 90 to like 130 at 1440p. So.
How did you know?
This is with the texture pack. Yeah.
When the word bearers attacked. I came to know the
1440p native at the moment.
We're returning to the battle barge. I understand your actions, but your suspicions end here. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
You could run it in 4K. Yeah, no, we did already have a look at 4K. It was well, it depends what settings you mean. It is definitely possible to run it with like okay-ish FPS. If you're running it natively, it runs mostly at sort of 60 average, but there are some areas where it dips down. The lowest we saw was about 45. So, at just like native with the graphics maxed, you will have some dips down below 60, but with just like FSR, you know, quality or even balance, you know, you'll get obviously much higher FPS. So at native, it's not. I wouldn't say it's like it runs it with ease per se. You'll be mostly at 60, but like I say, there are some weird areas where it just really drops the FPS quite a lot. Especially in the really big combat areas, it can drop it a little bit.
Brothers, this is Aurora. Within the last few hours, traitor forces have arrived in their hundreds and commandeered the facility.
Commandeered? Where is Luz?
Inside. They have the facility, Luz, and the power source.
Holy terror.
Perhaps you were right, Titus.
What's our theoretical?
We've diverted all available forces to the Merium, but we're well below full strength. We've prepared an assault, but it has little chance of success, unless we take care of this. They're using it to draw in reinforcements. For every one of them we kill, 2 more show up in their place. It's heavily guarded.
I'll need a combat squad, 5 men.
I can spare 3 men.
When they rest,
Next,
ain't no rest for the
enemy seem
wicked.
to be drawing their power from this structure.
What is it?
We don't know. Every attempt to bring it down has failed. Your squad has developed a reputation for unconventional approaches. Any ideas?
I've read of Demerium. It's a burial world. 4,000 years ago, there was a clash between the Ultramarines and the Heretics. The Sword of Atreus, a battle barge wrecked in the fighting, was laid to rest here.
What of it?
Records state that while its body was ruined, its engines burned bright, even as it was interred. It may not fly, but it might ram.
A long shot, to say the least.
Worth a try.
Very well, then.
Navigation systems are probably dead.
We can't afford to miss. He's right. Someone will need to get close to the target and place a beacon.
Our offensive launches in 90 minutes. The Emperor guide you, brothers.
And you, sir.
Lieutenant Titus, see me on the crew deck at once.
As you wish, Chaplain.
Ensure brothers Chiron and Gadriel are in attendance.
Inform Thunderhawk pilots that all flight paths
Right, let's have a look with FSR on as well. So FSR 4, put it to quality.
will be extremely hostile.
See how it goes at this. Up over 150 in this bit. Definitely cranking up my CPU though as well, like over 50% now.
Using an ancient battle barge as a battering ram. An unorthodox approach.
You disapprove?
On the contrary, it is inspired thinking.
I reluctantly second that.
Why reluctantly?
Because it will go to your head.
Game right, hello, FSR 4, it is, yeah. You just have to override it from the Adrenaline software, though.
I have received from the Astro Telepathica an accusation of heresy.
Her voice was puppeted by a...
The lieutenant will answer.
The Psycho was possessed.
Your sergeant believed otherwise.
I was mistaken.
You attempted to incapacitate your lieutenant.
Thank the Emperor.
CPU heavy game, it is, yeah. I saw you actually playing that,
individual capable of
that was it, Crimson Desert.
Dead.
That looks really good. I saw your video.
Hands. I will be watching all of you.
I'm gonna try and... When does that game come out? It's coming out this year.
Even a flicker of corruption. I will not hesitate as you did.
I think that's Unreal Engine 5,
You
isn't
are
it?
dismissed.
Brother, what was
So I'll keep it on
spoken
FSR for quality for now. We'll just see the combat areas because we obviously it drops a little bit. So we get into the combat, so we'll see. It should roughly be about 20 to 30 FPS more than our average at 1440p. We'll see. I mean, already some bits it's 170 or so here, but then in that other room it had about 120. Oh, there's no release date yet. Oh, okay. Wow, so you got to play that, like, quite early.
The enemy have amassed the majority
That'll be
of their
this year.
forces
It probably, I
in
guess,
the
at end of the year, won't it?
basin.
Like,
Talassa has the warp beacon.
October or November time, like,
Viridian
loads
is
of
hoping
games
for a
normally come out then,
miracle.
don't they?
The rest of us will move to clear the reliquaries around the basin and establish a beachhead. We are facing overwhelming enemy numbers on Demerium. But the heretic filth down there have stirred the wrath of the Second Company. We will inflict upon the
Pretty
traitors
weeks.
such
You tried the
agony,
texture pack,
the likes
nice.
of which they have not seen since the burning of
It
Prospero.
heated up your 4090, did it?
They will suffer. They will
Yeah, I mean,
break,
GP
and they
temp's
will
okay here.
fall.
The memory junction and
Sons of
hotspots are
Guilliman,
quite
for the
high, but
glory
that's
of
not really out of the
Ultramar.
ordinary for this GPU. Oh well, we've got like a real Star Wars scene going on here.
Brothers, our captain's words need no further embellishment. I will speak only of practical concerns. The heretics will employ absolute deception. You will be assaulted by lies and illusions.
Black Space not Unreal Engine 5. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought that game was Unreal Engine 5. Maybe originally it was, but maybe it was.
Now go
They
forth
changed it.
and lay waste to our
Or I'm
enemies.
just probably thinking of a different
For
game.
the Emperor!
I thought, you know, before there was any real released games of Unreal Engine 5, I think that was on the list of games that was going to use it, but I guess obviously things changed. Yeah, no, you're right. Black Space Engine. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. It does look good graphically, though, doesn't it?
Have you ever done this before? You mean jump through an active combat zone, dodging flak, enemy ships and burning wreckage on the way down? Exactly. No, this will be a first. The Codex Astartes does not support this action. But I am looking forward to it. Stay close. It's almost impossible to regroup if we're separated.
Does look like Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, for some reason I thought I could have sworn I saw that on the list of games, but I might be thinking of another game.
I must
I might be
apologize
thinking
for
of
my
something
actions
else.
Unnecessary. I fell prey to suspicion. Almost killed.
Why does Assassin's Creed never end? Because you're terrible at it? Oh!
Question my motives.
You're still not even out the training area. Oh!
And I paid the price. Your suspicions arose.
20 hours played and you're still in the training area. That's why it takes. That's why it feels like it's never ending for you.
Stand by for suborbital drop.
I'm honored to fight beside you both.
As are we, brother.
You grew up on Calf. Let's say we settle some of that dead today.
Aye, sir.
Oh, this is epic.
Holy
Oh, wow.
terror.
Oh, damn it.
Warspeds cannot keep up with all this debris. We
First split second, I fly straight into it. No, no. It's really, for some reason, I always find these scenes like this really hard to like gauge if I'm going to hit it or not. I think it's the way the camera's angled. Oh my god. There's bodies. Oh god, I hit something else. Oh no, I thought it was through that little gap.
Emperor bless you, Radeon.
Yeah, there are other games in that. What other games are in that engine? Or is it unique, like specific just for that game? Like an in-house one. You're really sure getting a 5060 Ti? Yes. Yeah, I've ordered one. Should hopefully be here tomorrow. All GPUs you were going to try? What do you mean?
Quicker than they deserve.
I'm not sure I'm not sure what the question is. So, FSR quality, it has dipped down quite a bit. I mean, it depends what way I'm looking. Some bits I'm getting 160, some I'm getting 110, some I'm getting 120. Oh my god, look at this hammer that I got. But they still dip down quite a bit. Still pretty good to run it like this though. You obviously get a rough idea as to how it'll run. Probably going to be another, you know, at native 1440p here, it's going to be under 100 FPS probably. Or hovering really close to it.
Heretics waiting in ambush.
Outmaneuver them.
Oh, that's cool. Bit of a stutter there as well. Oh, damn, bro.
Your worthless life is empty.
That one is really far away.
Engaging thrusters.
Yeah, a bit of quite aggressive stutters there again, like 0.1% lower 14. Does do that quite like a fair amount, doesn't it? Let's see if maybe switch some frame generation on them as well, because I haven't seen that yet. Where is it? It definitely has it. Yeah, here we go. What it's like with that? Oh my god. Up from like 120, 130 to 250 here. That's absolutely insane.
Enemy destroyed. Move quickly.
Getting an average of, yeah, exact average of 250 here, which is pretty wild. I wonder if we get the stutter again. If I reset the lows here,
on the ground and moving. Report status.
Run through this a little bit. 0.1% lower of 160 at the moment, which is alright.
Once the Atreus is ready to launch.
Feels okay as well. Doesn't feel any latency here, but VRAM still. Look at my VRAM, 14 gig. That's still so high. It doesn't seem to really drop at all, even when I drop the resolution. Okay, there we go. Quite a big stutter there.
Repositioning. Restocking.
4K texture pack. Yeah, I guess it's still. I don't know how. How do I get rid of it? Like, well, obviously, I'll have to uninstall it, or can I go in? Is there something in Steam where I can just untick it or something? Is it in properties?
Foul sorcery. Fueling their barriers, no doubt.
Changing magazine.
It's alright, it's Steam DLC. How does this game save? Is it also save? I'll have a look in a sec when it's like next saved.
Resupplying. Sorcerer, I shall end his accursed rituals.
No. Oh my god, I thought I just jumped off.
Moving.
No, I can't go that far. This other guy trying to get me. Exit and battle barge. Will that just say exactly where I am?
Munitions secured. Sorcerer, send it back.
Get him. Oh, it was epic.
Foul trickery is at an end. Redeploy.
Altar of corruption.
Destroy it. Yes, brother.
Oh yeah, I suppose exit and because it treats it like a mission, doesn't it? Does that mean I have to do this whole bit again? Maybe we'll just wait until I go back. Because we can play through a little bit of 1440p and then I'll just at the end of this mission I can just reboot it. It's like the Eye of Sauron.
Altar destroyed.
Up there! The impact will destroy this whole area. Wait! It is slowing down. Heretic sorcery.
No doubt.
I'll restart the mission. Yeah, I'll wait until the end and maybe we can just... I can have a look. I do want to have a look at performance as well, so maybe we'll switch frame generation off for a little bit. And then at the end of the mission I can switch that off and we can see 1440p again quick. So I'll put it to performance.
Time is limited. We must take the risk. Move on to the cathedral.
Proceed with caution.
Galassa, we are almost there. What is your status?
The sleeping giant will soon awaken, brother.
Hold for our signal.
Can I share the MSI layout? It won't work because most of my settings are imported from HW Info.
Ignore it.
So a layout won't be of any use to you because my settings aren't from there. Please use FSR. Yeah, I've got it on. I've got FSR 4 Performance on at the moment. I have to keep going, yeah.
Jump pack engaged.
Already got that hammer, haven't we?
Grabbing equipment. Repositioning. Transmitting targeting signal now.
Your signal barely registers, but I read it.
Your data is clouded, Lieutenant. Maintain close proximity to target.
How good's FSR? It's pretty good.
Dig in.
And a lot of the time, even at quality, it can actually look a little bit better than native. And depends on the game, but because of the anti-aliasing, it can actually look a little bit better. In this game, it looks fine. It doesn't look. I wouldn't say it looks better than native, but it's definitely pretty much on par with it. At least that quality. Very good compared to previous FSR.
Watch as your false idols come crumbling down.
Oh.
The traitors pour from their bastion.
I spit in your Primarch's wretched eye.
Damn, bro. Look at that.
The might of true Astartes.
Moving.
Sword of Atreus primed and locked in.
Lock target now.
Routing signal data through telemetry systems. Numerous errors detected due to signal interference. Calculating trajectory.
No victory for you here.
Sadly, you can't really share. You can share the MSI, but the issue is it'll just basically be empty because my settings aren't from there, if that makes sense.
I've lost their box signal.
Half of my settings are imported from HW Input into MSI, so they just won't be there if you do it with that file. Rip his head off.
I hear engines. There. The Sword of Atreus lives up to its namesake.
That will buy us time, but we must move swiftly. While the enemy control Aurora, the odds are not in our favor.
I'll tell you what other game, I have played it before, but Ratchet & Clank also officially supports FSR 4. So that also might be a cool one to have a look at as well.
A massive energy surge from within the Aurora facility.
Lose.
He must be trying
Because that
to
is
use the
ray
device.
tracing as well, doesn't it? I think.
Whatever
Yeah,
it
because
is,
Ratchet and Clank, when it first came out, it had a bug with ray tracing on
Yes, Captain.
AMD GPUs, didn't it? If I remember.
Imura!
Didn't, if you had an AMD GPU, it had to disable ray tracing. I think when it first came out. So
Soon find you
I've not actually seen that game in a while.
And remove you
Obviously, they
from
fixed it now, but.
you may keep it as a parting gift.
At least I think I saw it on the list. I might be wrong.
Tainting this sacred ground with heretic blood gives me no pleasure.
Smack 'em.
These souls have long since reached the golden throne.
Oh, I was dodging the bullets so well. Damn it. It has fucked out ray tracing with DLSS, does it?
Lies defeated.
In what way?
Loading up.
Gets butchered by upscaler. I'll have to have a look. It's been I played it when it first came out, but it's been ages since I played it.
Is it possible the device might work? That it could weaken them?
Perhaps they seek only the power source.
Accidentally just used the special.
I do not know, nor do I wish to speculate. We are here to end this folly, and so we shall.
Out of video memory. Oh, you had the like bug on the 3900K. I seen that. I used to get that randomly, like occasionally before they did the BIOS update.
Proceed.
I used to get that on the 4900K, but in very specific games, it would only pretty much be Unreal Engine 5 for me that it would do it.
What is it, brother?
But not every time either. If it was ever going to do it, it'd be an Unreal Engine 5 game.
And I will destroy it.
But it wouldn't necessarily be every Unreal Engine 5 game, and it would just on boot. I think when it tries to do the shaders, it would just say out of video memory. But yeah, it was a bug with the it was that like bricked i9. I think it was happening to other CPUs too, but I think it was like heavily affecting i9s. When am I going to do a graphics card giveaway? I don't know. I have to obviously spend all my own money, so I haven't really got much money at the moment. So if I do have a spare one, I often try and sell it to try and fund like a new one.
Great Imura has foreseen your doom. We have witnessed it.
Magazines.
Punch a hole in that terminal.
Heretic heavy defeated.
Resupplying.
I have to reload.
Right, other things we want to see it whilst I'm at 1440p, because we're still on this mission. I'll give it a restart and try and get rid of the texture pack. We play it through a little bit more. Maybe we're having a look at Ultra Performance too, just see what the kind of quality's like with that whilst we're here. Seems to hold GPU usage quite well. Even at these low presets, still sitting 97, 98% usage, which is fine.
Back to the wall.
Yeah, it was the whole Intel thing, wasn't it? It was all in the same instability. But I think once they did that whole, once there was that motherboard like BIOS fix, I never saw that issue like ever again. And even then, it was, if I did get that error,
Our path leads down.
I would just reboot the game and it would work. It was really weird. To get a new monitor, LG 5K 2K. What does that mean? 5K 2K? Is it 5K or is it 2K?
This is Lieutenant Titus. Request authorized.
Denied. Aurora seal required.
Identify yourself.
So you do definitely, I think, notice it on the textures on the ground, Ultra Performance. You can definitely see that here. See how sort of low the textures look. Just look like flat. I think that's the most noticeable bit. Some stuff like that. Oh. I gotta remember to block. I'm like not doing any blocking. Ultra. Oh, you mean, oh right, 5K by 2K. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't have room for an ultra wide though. I just want to get a 4K OLED 240. That's what I would get for the next monitor.
Restocking.
Dude, look at all these. I can execute all of them. Scott Harris, hello. You're going to build a PC with this GPU? Nice. Best bang for buck. It is, yeah. If you, as long as you can get one for like close-ish to MSRP, I think it definitely is. There are definitely some circumstances in some countries, I think, where it's still insanely expensive. It depends where you are, though.
Ready to deploy special tactics.
Thanks for everything you do. No worries. Thanks for watching.
No victory for you here.
The ROG one. I don't know specific. I think LG were releasing some this year. I have no like definite plan to get one. That would just be what I do get if I was to get one. But I want it like 27-inch, pretty much. And I think LG were releasing some this year. I haven't really looked though at like specific models, but I just know they were releasing some, I think. Arsenal go out, you reckon? No, I was saying earlier about Villa. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were going to do it. To be fair, they could have. They had the chances. They had the chances to do it, but there was that chance right at the end. I'm not sure who that volley right at the end. I'm not sure who volleyed it, but it was blocked. It looked like it was going in, and it was, but there was a play just blocking it. I don't think the goalie was getting there.
He certainly did.
You said it was destroyed.
It is crazy in the Champions League though. How, like, it feels like it happens quite a lot. Because look at Dortmund game too.
If it truly is tainted with
It's crazy how like it looks like the tie's over, and then all of a sudden.
Agreed.
You know, it's crazy. I think to be honest, I still think Arsenal will go through. I just think if Real Madrid score early, I think that's bad. That's bad news for Arsenal. But if Arsenal make it to like half time and it's still 0-0, I don't think Madrid can do that personally. But I think if Madrid's scoring like the first 15 or 20 minutes, I think that could be a problem. Because that's a long old stretch trying to. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? What time does that start? Is it at 8? Oh, it's half an hour, is it? Oh, what is within the chamber. I have to drop to 1080p. If we maybe drop to 1080p and then once this mission ends, is this mission ending now? Oh, it is on at 8.
Barely a sign of life on this world.
It is a burial world, brother. Reserved for the dead.
Let's see if we can just switch to 1080p quick, just because we can see that at least. Because I might have to pop off in like half an hour because I don't want to miss it. If I go, okay, that's not actually breaking my stream this time, which is interesting. Have a look at 1080p, then when I get a chance, I'll reboot and try and switch the texture off. If I do, oh, it's breaking it now. Give me 2 seconds. Change it on Windows. So it'll match up and then I can go full screen. That's not the res. Right, 1080p. I think I'll still have to. Okay, sorry, I think my internet's lagging for some reason. Been doing that a bit recently, isn't it? I might have to turn my bitrate down. Yeah, I think my internet's just having a bit of a wobble. Has the mission just ended? I literally just changed all the settings. Okay, looks a little bit. I think my internet's hopefully it's back. CL more fun than the Premier League. Yeah, I like this, the Champions League and the knockout. I didn't really enjoy the new format of the table though. I found that I didn't find that exciting. Let's let me just double check this. We want to do 1080p native, don't we? So if I just, I'll switch it back to native here. So 1920 by 1080. We got it in native. I think we've still got everything maxed out. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like 1080p here.
Safe. Interesting choice of words.
160, 150, 160. Definitely not as much of an increase. Well, 180. We'll have to wait and see once we get to an outside bit.
Ancient ruins. A cover for their research, perhaps.
The subject of it, more likely.
The figures
Definitely
in these
this indoor
carvings
bit's
are
pretty
unusual.
good.
Ancient marks of the ruinous powers. Etched by
What's this gun?
fools. Long before the Great Crusade illuminated this world.
These were not made by devotees of the warp.
How do you know?
You may soon see for yourself.
If Arsenal do... Wait, if Arsenal do go through, they play PSG, do they? Is that the draw? Is that the... It is, isn't it, I think? I mean, either way, they'll have to... Wait, is it PSG or is it Barca?
The arch enemy have penetrated deep into these caverns. Perhaps all the way to the Aurora device.
Oh wait, what's the other game? Bayern Munich and... What's the other match? Why am I having a brain fart? Who's Bayern Munich playing?
Changing magazine.
So yeah, 1080p, 140, 150. Feels like not an insane amount more really than 140p really. You probably obviously have a bit more consistently above 144 rather than sort of 120, 130.
We know not what secrets
Capped at
this old stone
144.
holds.
This VRAM, that's got to just be for the because of the texture pack, do you reckon? Because we're still at almost 14 gig here at 1080p. That's got to be because of the texture pack. But power has finally come down a bit. When I say a bit, we're still at 300, but not 330 anymore. Oh yeah, it's Inter Milan, isn't it? And then that was 2-1, wasn't it? To Inter, I think.
No victory for you here.
Oh my god, there's so much blood. What the hell? That was intense.
Their champion lies defeated.
Still gets like dips down though. It's this light here again. Does look good, but it does drop your FPS at 125.
Lieutenant,
More cheap tricks.
Texture pack, yeah, we'll try and smash through this and just try and switch it off.
Very good. Resupplying. Need to reload.
Oh wow, my health.
Deploying crack grenade.
That's not good, I'm pressing G instead of F.
Reload.
Whoa, my health!
Back to the war.
Kick him off. Where we go? We've got to go down there. Oh, my FPS is about to take an absolute plunge going in there.
Restocking.
We're just looking down here. Looks good. It's actually not dipping that badly. 150. I thought it'd get absolutely hammered in here. Oh, it's if I look this way. 125. Looks good though, doesn't it? Like that. I've got no grenades. Game! No! That's one way to get the ammo.
Suffer and death.
Let's switch some FSR full quality on as well whilst we're here. Probably will look, actually, yeah, it's going to look a little bit sharper actually with that on.
Have faith, brother. We will send them to one fitting.
Looks a little bit sharper. I think obviously looks a little bit blurry on my 4K monitor anyway. FSR definitely helps a little bit there. I'm noticing GPU usage there though. Is it just this area here? 95, 94%, 93%, all the way down to 90% there. So it's at 1080p, it's starting to come down a bit.
Pathetic sorcery.
A ploy. Spare your ammunition for the real thing.
I tire of chasing this bastard's phantom. Why install Aurora deep within these ruins?
Perhaps it was already here.
How?
A relic from the dark age of technology.
This is heresy.
They will no doubt invoke the Treaty of Mars.
This damn quest for knowledge.
How deep do these tunnels go?
We shall see. Pull the elevator.
Is that moving? Is that supposed to be doing that? It's like moving a little bit.
Emerge.
The heretics hope to surround us.
They may hope. Your worthless life is empty.
Hit him off. Lift still not.
The elevator is almost here.
With enemy reinforcements on all specs.
Prepare a fitting welcome.
trying to actually block it. It's not working though. Well, it is working. I'm just not good at it. Have I noticed A-list banding on fine services like Mesh? In this game or just in general? Yeah, I think I have in general seen that. I've seen that same issue with FSR. Normally, it's really bad. I think we saw it a bit on The Last of Us on like fences, but it's generally only it's worse at like the lower presets. It's the same with water for me. I think DLSS and FSR don't handle water well below like balanced. It can look like insane.
Throne of Terror. What is this?
A tomb world.
You have seen one before.
Only the mechanical horrors that spilled forth from such a place.
How many sites past the base? No, it's a school night.
This place should have been obliterated upon discovery.
That's a weekend treat.
I crush your pathetic man machine.
Carb coma.
That fool, Gilliman, believed he could hide this place from us. But we...
Yeah, no, this game, I mean, I can set it... I haven't noticed it so much. I could maybe switch this down a little bit. I haven't really noticed it from just playing. I mean, like on a floor like this.
Every crack in the galaxy.
Let's see if I can... Hey, look out for it. Oh, okay, down here. You're seeing it a bit on the great... Like, when I'm moving, you see? I've definitely seen worse, though, than that.
Prattles on.
Pay his squawking no heed, brothers.
We will not be distracted from our purpose.
DLSS 4, yeah, it seems to just be a universal upscaling issue, at least from my experience. I see it in Cyberpunk quite a lot as well, on like fences. It really struggles with that for some reason. It's like that. The two biggest things I think are stuff like that and water too. Those are like the biggest tell signs I feel that you have some sort of upscaling on. It definitely does do it a little bit on like this kind of flooring. It's okay here. It's kind of that bit back there. When you're hitting it at an angle. I'm fighting myself. Get out of that. DLSS 4. Yeah, I'll have to have a I'll have to have a look. I haven't seen DLSS 4 in this game.
What will you do with the artifact once you have it?
Crush it to dust.
Is it maybe the sharpening as well? Because isn't there a sharpening? Is it how? What's the sharpness like on DLSS on this? Does it look as bad as Last of Us?
On you. Why not
if you leave it maxed out?
You dare suggest heresy, Sergeant?
I said nothing.
And I heard nothing.
That degenerate clouds our minds.
Forgive my error.
We will not let you down, brother. Have no doubt.
Let's I'm gonna I'm going to actually just... I'm just going to quit here. So I want to check this without the texture pack before I have to go, because I'm going to try and go in like 15 minutes to try and catch the game. I want to see that quick. If I just Alt F4 it. Oh, it's just fully quit. I'll go back to... If I go back to 4K as well, and then we can just drop it down if we... but we obviously had the stuttering at 4K too as well, so... Go back to that, and we'll try and switch the texture pack off. So just bear me a sec. I can't... what's that on the other screen? I can't even see that. So if I'm in Steam... Where is it? Properties, DLC. Oh, okay. I do have it. 100 gig. What? I didn't realize 98 gig for the texture pack. What? Surely not. I don't remember installing that. Okay, that's off. Time to 8K. Maybe another day. I'm a little nervous to do 8K on this again because it was so bad on Last of Us when I was doing that. And it just crashes as well. We only just about got it working with just absolutely everything turned down to the minimum. Didn't we? Had to put ultra performance on. Oh dude, this is gone. This is not good. Give me a sec, I'll have to change the res in the game because it's breaking my my stream again. Some reason you can see my Steam but not the game. Makes total sense, doesn't it? I can't even see my OBS. Where's my OBS? It's completely gone. What on earth's going on? Give me a sec, I'll figure it out. It's OBS is crashed, maybe, is it? I don't know why it keeps putting all my stuff on the other screen. I can't see it if it's on that screen. Oh god, it's really what happened? Oh, it's because OBS considers it a different game now, I think, without the textures. Hang on. It's not actually even capturing the game. Okay, cool, it is now. Okay. Because I use game capture, and I think it considers it a different game with the textures. That's why it would explain why my OBS, it stopped capturing it. Okay. Okay, so I'm back at 4K. If we just do that to them, we'll see what it looks like. Hopefully the VRAM stuff's a little bit less. And see what the stuttering stuff's like as well. Turns the game from being 70. Yeah, no, I didn't even realize. I didn't even remember. I think I did that texture pack ages ago, so it must have just been doing it in the background.
What will you do with the artifact once you
Oh, okay, I don't have to redo the whole thing.
To dust.
If it has no effect on you, why not use it?
You dare suggest heresy, Sergeant?
I said nothing.
This FPS down here is... That hits it pretty rough, doesn't it?
Forgive my error.
60 to... back up to about 70 here. That definitely already, straight away without the textures, looks better on the On the VRAM, I'm using 10 gig here. We had like 14 before. So that'll mean even all the other resolutions, that should hopefully look a lot better. Beyond the 10 at 1440p. And then probably even a bit lower at 1080p. It doesn't really affect my FPS much though, I don't think, does it? It looks about the same. It dips down into the 60s again. Dips down into the 50s again, so I don't think it affects the FPS too much. It's about the same. But so far, the lows do look better. 0.1% low, 44. So it hasn't given us that massive
more minions
stuttering that we were getting.
Lurking in dank holes like the filth they are.
reloading.
All of this was just lying under our feet this whole time. And centuries longer still.
Eons, brother. If the archives are to be believed, and on more worlds than we shall ever wish to discover.
I pray everyone is unearthed and burned to cinders.
Do you feel like overall this this area definitely seems a little bit lower in the average FPS, doesn't it? Maybe it's just the lighting and stuff. Seems to just hit it way more, doesn't it? What's my motherboard? It's in the description, but it's a ASRock Taichi Lite X870E. It's the one that I use.
Were these things not destroyed?
Preserved for study. A Martian priesthood goes too far.
I want to repaste the card, the hotspot over 85. No, this is actually really normal temps on this. Don't need to repaste it or anything. It's actually just very average for these GPUs. Is there a native AA? I think so. So you can go... Yeah, so you would just... I assume native AA, you mean FSR native AA, right? I would assume that's what you mean. So, yeah, you can put it to FSR native here. You're not really going to see the benefit too much of that at 4K, but... If anything, that... God, that drops my FPS a lot, doesn't it? Didn't actually really look at that too much yet. Yeah, that drops your FPS quite a lot. I go from about 60. And this bit I can be at about 60, and we drop down closer to 50 if I do that. That's interesting. Yeah, look, 52 here. So expect your FPS to drop a little bit if you put that on. Look, I'm going to see down into the 40s. Does look a little bit sharper actually, just a little bit. I'm not sure it's worth the, because we're hovering so much around 60 though, I'm not sure it's worth the performance hit there. Seeing it dip obviously into the 40s. Memory temperature is normal. Yeah, these mostly hover really between like 85 and 90. Yeah, look, it really dips down 45. That's really intense with that FSR native on. DLA and FSR native better than TIA. Yeah, I mean, in most, I'd definitely say at 1080p and 1440p it is. At 4K, it's kind of less so. You don't really notice the anti-aliasing so much. It depends on the game. But it's like, in this scenario, I don't really want to take the FPS hit where it dips down to 45 with that on. You know? I don't feel like it's worth it. It would be more worth it for 1080p and 1440p though.
These tech priests pick over the Xenos dead like vultures.
Interesting though, because I know often when I do test that, it does drop the FPS a little bit. It's normally not that much. It'll be like 1 or 2 FPS sometimes. That's like quite a bit. Like it was dropping at least like 7 to 8 FPS at 4K, which is like, that's quite a lot. More than what I'd average expect. That setting. Still even with TAA though in this bit at 45. Definitely this area is way heavier than the previous mission.
And not the last, Titus.
Take out the sorcerer!
Best gaming live stream on YouTube. What, the best game? Thanks.
All this corruption, it seems to grow ever stronger.
We shall follow it to its source.
But unfortunately, it's a bit of a shorter stream today. Try and pick this up another time just because I've got to go watch Arsenal get battered. Here they go. Come on. Come on, Madrid. Hala Madrid. But yeah, I've got to go watch this. I'm going to go watch the game. So I'll hopefully... 5060 Ti should hopefully be here tomorrow. Providing it is, I'll check that out. And then I'll probably switch back to this GPU at the weekend. I do want to check out Warzone for Dansk, so I'll definitely do that at that point and keep just trying to go through games. There's also want to do Indiana Jones 2, play through that a bit more. We got path tracing on that, so that'll be ridiculous. But I do have optoscaling now as well, so maybe we can check that out as well. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I should hopefully be on again similar time tomorrow, so if you're around, it'd be good to have you in. But have a good evening, and I'll catch you later.